Police are investigating after multiple offensive stickers were found in the heart of campus. The latest found Tuesday. And Casty Williams reports this is making some students feel unsafe.
Why as a black student here do I have to be constantly reminded that I don't belong?
We crossed.
Who thinks that at the University of Marquette, in the middle of Milwaukee, a predominantly Sun city, at the University of Marquette, that she's being constantly reminded that she doesn't belong here? Who believes that? Press 1 if you believe that she's being constantly reminded that she doesn't belong on that campus. And furthermore, who thinks that she had an easier application process, that it was less required of her, that her SAT scores didn't have to be as high, and her grades didn't have to be as high, her AP course load didn't have to be as high in high school? Who believes that? These sisters, man, good God. Let me tell you guys something. You're lucky that sun men are the face of wokeness and victimhood and racism. You're lucky we're the face of that. Because, I mean, it's bad. You got to deal with a lot, and it's really, really bad. But as soon as these sisters wrench that from our hands like they're trying to wrestle it from our hands, they want that. They want to be the biggest victim on the block. And they're just about to do it. Another 10 years, they'll have it. You gliders are going to be in trouble. Your world, your Western civilization will be done in 50 years. Well, let me not be hyperbolic. Western civilization, I'm talking about like done, finito, OV. Western civilization will be over in 100 years. Completely over. Ruins. It'll be in the history books. Once they wrestle the victimhood mantle, the supreme #1 victimhood mantle from our clutches, the sun man's clutches. Once sun women get that, Western civilization is done.
Why as a black student here do I have to be constantly reminded that I don't belong?
We crossed paths with Marquette pre-med student Alana Rupert as she walked down Wisconsin Avenue, the spot not far from where this sticker was found on a light post outside Cudahy Hall.
Okay, yeah, that's what happened in slavery. And to some slaves, because every slave didn't have the same experience. In certain areas, they put these on slaves. There was a punishment. These prongs extending from the neck bracelet, those prongs have bells on them. So this was a runaway slave. So they basically put this on you so that every step you took, your bell would ring. And then you jingling. You was just jingling. And you couldn't talk because they had this mask on you with something like into your mouth. So you couldn't talk, and everywhere you went, you jingled. And it was a punishment. And they put them on it, or this on them for a period of time if they escaped. And that's terrible. I get that. That's terrible that happened. And we don't know who put this up there. It could have been a Sun person or a pasty liberal. Well, we know it was 100% chance a Sun person or a pasty liberal, but it could have been a Sun person that put this here. It was one of the two. Either you or your ally put this up here.
The spot not far from where this sticker was found on a light post outside Cudahy Hall.
The first reaction I had was shock. Like I gasped in the middle of class because I'm like, what disgusting human would put that type of poster up other like the slave poster?
Rupert is a member of the Black Student Council.
You have a Sun Student Council here. I thought you were being constantly reminded that but you have a son. Listen, you gliders are terrible at this racism thing, man. Just cut it. Listen, no group has been worse at anything, and I'm including some people. No group has been worse at anything in the history of the world than the American glider has been at racism. Again, and I'm including Liberia, I'm including Monrovia, I'm including everything. Okay? If you just saw the live stream last week, a couple of days ago, we did a video on Liberia. Trash collectors in Liberia are better at their job than American gliders are at racism. You guys suck at it.
Rupert is a member of the Black Student Council. They posted about the sticker on Instagram Monday. Tuesday, Marquette police emailed students saying they are investigating. The email read in part, "Racism and discrimination have no place on our campus."
I feel like it was a PR control instead of them actually caring, I feel like the university to put out a statement before we had to tag them and say, what is this?
Maybe the university didn't know anything about it. Or maybe the university has other things like running a university. Or maybe tending to the needs of the other groups. Maybe the crouching tigers are being attacked when they go around the city. Or when they go from class to their off-campus apartments. Huh? You ever think about that? There's other groups out here other than you. Maybe you brought it to their attention and they put out a statement about it. Someone put a sticker somewhere. And if it was more stickers than that one sticker, we would have heard about it. That's the thing you guys got to understand. If there were stickers on, we would have saw a montage of all the places where stickers was. It was that one sticker. And I bet that probably wasn't even on campus. It might have been on the edge of campus. And they were like, oh, good, we don't have to speak about it. And they was like, all right, well, these sisters ain't going to let it go. So we'll put out a statement about it. And then she responds with this.
I feel like it was a PR control instead of them actually caring, I feel like the university to put out a statement before we had to tag them and say, what is this?
Wednesday, another email was sent to students after a similar sticker was found Tuesday night.
Okay, so this one is a glider. Oh, yeah, and for the record, all of these instruments, these ancient, collars and stuff, they were also used on indentured servants. And, the Irish indentured servants, the English indentured servants that were brought to America and treated more harshly than slaves because you didn't pay for them. You got 7 years out of them. You get 7 years to get all the work out of them as possible. So it's kind of like you racing against the clock. Trying to work. Year 5 come, you're like, all right, I got 2 years left. I got to work this dude. I get all the work out of this dude before I got to free him. And then, there's also the other fact that many times they just refuse to free their indentured servants. They accused them of some kind of crime and extended their servitude. But, no one cares about that.
Today, another email was sent to students after a similar sticker was found Tuesday night. A student journalist with the Marquette Wire took this photo and shared it with us. It shows a Marquette police officer taking a photo of the sticker before the officer took it down. Rupert hopes it's the last one found.
I know a picture is a picture, but a picture means 1,000 words. And that picture right there, that was a whole essay.
I'm speechless, man.
Marquette declined an interview. In Wednesday's email to students, Marquette police say they went around and inspected every light pole on campus and found no other stickers.
Think about how many police officers it took and how many man hours. Thus, how much of the city's taxpayers' budget. Think about how much money it cost to go around that campus and inspect every light post. To see if, there was a sticker on there. And then some of them already have stickers on it because, there's concerts, there's events. So you got to read all those stickers to see if any of those have anything on it. Think about the man hours that it took in a very dangerous, a uber violent city. Like this city right here, well, you guys follow the channel. For the new people, this city is violent. This city is a war zone. A lawless. This is basically as close as you get to a lawless town. And guess who's doing 95% of the lawlessness? You guessed it. And then the police had to go and search every light post on the campus and of course in the adjacent areas looking for a sticker that might have undertones or have insensitive pictures or verbiage on it. Only to hear sisters say stuff like this.
Why as a black student here do I have to be constantly reminded that I don't belong?
Y'all lucky that we're the captain of the victimhood ship. Once they become the captain of the victimhood ship, Western civilization will be done finito in 100 years. Ovi. Cancel Christmas.
Without a suspect, police say it's too soon to speculate on the intent or meaning behind the stickers, and it's also unclear whether the person responsible is a member of the Marquette community. Reporting from Milwaukee, Cassidy Williams, Fox 6 News.
Is more concerned about protecting its reputation than protecting students.
I just remember being very dizzy.
Fawn Cooch is watching one of her worst days, captured on video.
I don't really remember a lot of it very clearly.
Her father can't bring himself to watch it.
I can't do this.
Fawn is a sophomore at Glenelg High School in Howard County. This past January, she was involved in a fight with another student in class.
All right, context clues. I can't show you this, but it's a vicious, brutal attack. Horrendous attack. So we gotta use our context clues. They're not telling us, who attacked this girl, but they're telling us that the girl was in a fight. Even though we know that this girl was attacked. So we have an attack that's being called a fight. So that's our first context clue as to who did this.
This past January, she was involved in a fight with another student in class who was seen on video, punching her in the head repeatedly. Photographs of Fawn's injuries show bruises to both of her knees, swollen eye sockets, and injuries to her head. Chunks of her hair were lying on the floor.
Okay, our second context clue. Her hair was ripped out. Who would see her hair as something that, they want to destroy, man. They may be jealous of or envious of.
Chunks of her hair were lying on the floor.
That's not even all of the hair that she ripped out.
Where was your teacher?
She tried to break it up, and then the girl who attacked me hit our art teacher.
But this family is not only upset about the fight, they reached out to Project Baltimore because of what happened immediately after.
It's like they try to sweep everything under the rug.
This is our fourth context clue. I skipped the third one. That a girl hit the art teacher who tried to break it up. But this is the third one. The county, this is the fourth one. The county's trying to sweep it under the rug.
Everything under the rug.
Howard County Public Schools is one of the best performing school systems in Maryland.
Okay, so that's a context clue about maybe where this school was comparison to where it's going. I told you these suburban communities, these low-income housing in these suburbs, not only affects you when you're walking down the street, it affects your kids in the school system that was previously one of the best performing schools in the state.
It's like they try to sweep everything under the rug.
Howard County Public Schools is one of the best performing school systems in Maryland. In addition to test scores, graduation rates and college enrollment are among the highest in the state, while suspensions and violent incidents are among the lowest.
So if we know they're last among the lowest ranked in suspensions and violent incidents, we know historically the demographics of this school, this district. We know historically. So this is right in between Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. Okay? It's north of PG County, and it's south of Baltimore County. So we know that, historically, who goes to these schools in this county?
In addition to test scores, graduation rates and college enrollment are among the highest in the state, while suspensions and violent incidents are among the lowest. And this family says that is a reputation the district protects.
I think it just goes back to Howard County trying to keep everything contained to its school and not let situations like that get out and damage their reputation.
Fawn says after the fight, she was taken to the nurse's office. She says she was asking the school to call her father, but no one did. Cooch, who was working at the time, says he found out his daughter was injured from his daughter.
By her, correct.
The school system never told you.
Nope.
They never called you.
Nope.
The family then called Howard County Police, who responded to Glenelg. Fawn and her father say administrators tried to talk them out of pressing charges, asking them to let the school handle it.
Would they do this if a glider student had attacked a Sun student? Or would CNN be? Because I'm not even going to lie to you, man. Listen, I'm 8,000 videos in. That would be newsworthy. It would be mainstream newsworthy if a glider student attacked. The way that girl got beat, I'm not just talking about just a normal, I'm talking about that girl, she was dropping them fifth floor D's on her. Okay? Them fifth floor D's. She put paws, mitts, gloves. She put everything on her. She put hoofs hoofs. Okay? She put everything, finger-like projection. She put everything on this girl. If that had happened the other way, CNN might cover that. Especially if it went viral, which, of course, this didn't.
And her father say administrators tried to talk them out of pressing charges, asking them to let the school handle it. Fawn plans to press criminal charges anyway, likely second-degree assault, against a 9th grader in this video.
I want to press the charges because obviously what I experienced was very impactful on my education and my daily life.
Howard County Schools declined an interview to discuss this family's allegations that the district is more concerned with protecting its reputation than protecting its students. Instead, we received a statement that avoided the issue, saying, since the incident and any associated responses involve minors, we are unable to discuss it publicly, adding, the Howard County Police Department confirmed they, too, are unable to clarify the facts of the incident, since it involves juveniles.
Before this fight happened, did you feel safe in school?
Yes.
Do you feel safe now?
No.
Project Baltimore cannot obtain a student's disciplinary record due to privacy laws, but according to Fawn, the other student was suspended for 4 days and returned to school.
2 things. Maybe a sun glider. May have been a sun glider that did this. And a sun glider sister. They the biggest sisters. They run all the sister movements. The natural hair movement. Any movement sisters start, the sun glider sisters take it over and become the the sun glider sisters fight for something in the sisters fight for something and then the sun glider sisters come and hijack. So, hey, so this I think this is I don't think this is a whole sister. I think this is a sun glider sister. But nevertheless, 4 day suspension for something that literally she should have gotten 4 months in prison for.
The other student was suspended for 4 days and returned to school.
My grades have suffered a lot because I'm so stressed and worried about making it in between classes or making it during lunch. That's my main thought during the day, and I find it hard to focus on my schoolwork.
Her father can't focus either.
I'm worried every day that something's going to happen. I do feel helpless. Because I'm not in that school every day with her.
I'm Chris Pabst, and this is Project Baltimore.